77, here, we know 9, 90, give 1, and 92, 91 there, 92. You're on stage and you got the crowd in the palm of your hand and everybody's laughing and cheering and spending money. That's the way I do it at the auction.
I've come to Ponoka, Alberta to meet Canada's top auctioneer. Dean Edge will soon compete at the World Championships, and I want to know, how does he get ready to go head-to-head against the top auctioneers on the planet?
First things first, here's how a cattle auction works. When the animals come through that door, the auctioneer, in this case Dean Edge, starts the bidding. The people in the stands are buyers and sellers. It depends on Dean whether people here lose or make money today.
Sold 79, we're gonna go Ulstrom,
Dean tells me it's been a long road for him to become an auctioneer.
Now you go to auction school and then you keep at it every single day before your tongue works as fast as your head wants it to work, you know. It's just practicing up and down the scales of numbers. You count by 5 to 100 and back, and count by 1, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 75, 2, 2 1/4. You do that to 100 and back down again.
It has taken Dean more than 20 years to become one of the best. And now with the World Championship looming, he's working harder than ever. He's at the auction today, keeping himself sharp. The other reason Dean strives to be the best is that the stakes at a cattle auction are very high. Take Shirley Hagstrom. Her farm has been in her family since the 1890s, and its survival depends on the price she gets for her cattle here today.
When you're sitting there and your cows are up for sale, what are you thinking about?
It's important. It's, you know, we try to get as much money as we can for the cattle that we raise so we can continue to farm. It means a lot to my husband. It means a lot to my children. Oh, it means a lot.
Most people that I deal with, neighbors and friends that I've grown up with, they work their butt off raising livestock and raising cattle. When it didn't rain all last summer, they were scrounging feed from all across North America to get enough to feed them through the winter. They work so hard for years. I can work hard for them 5 minutes that their cattle are in the ring and try to make the most out of it for them.
We did really well, I think. We were happy with what we got for them. Dean's the best. He can sell your cattle and tease you at the same time. He's like, we've known him forever, and he's just the best.
So heading in here today, you're like, oh, Dean's gonna be selling, we're okay.
Well, we don't know who's gonna sell them when we bring our cattle here, but when we saw that Dean was gonna be up next and we hadn't sold our cattle yet, it was like, yes.
One of the reasons Dean is such a good auctioneer is that he's a rancher too. He understands what's at stake. The other reason he has a chance to win it all? The World Auctioneer Champion from 2004, Dan Skeels, is Dean's neighbor and mentor.
Always work on clarity and the voice control, the timing. Probably pick up the pace a bit. You're going to want to sell out a little quicker. Just do a quick scan of the crowd. So winning the World Auctioneer Championships is no different than winning the Stanley Cup. I mean, we're Canadians, we live for hockey. Auctioneer Championships is the same thing. If you can win the Worlds, you won the Stanley Cup.
Dan tells me that when you're the champion, people listen to you. And back when Dan won, he raised awareness about the struggles Alberta ranchers were going through with drought and mad cow disease.
So we had lots of producers that were going bankrupt. We lost a lot of producers in the process, and they didn't come back because, you know, it's an aging population, and you know, the younger generation, they went off and they found different jobs.
This is why Dan wants another Albertan to win the championship.
Yeah.
So people might get interested in agriculture again.
Your posture is good. Your hand movement is good. I think Dean's chances are really, really good. And I'm going to make a bold prediction that Dean will be the next Canadian to win the Worlds. He's there. Like he's an all-star. There's no doubt in my mind.
Back at the auction, everyone is rooting for Dean to win.
I think he'll do great down there. He's one of the best auctioneers we have up here, so going against the worlds, I'm sure he'll be right amongst the best of them.
That's Trigger Pugh. As much as he wants Dean to win, today is about his livelihood.
Well, this is how we make our living, so it's a big deal. We want our cattle to bring as much as they possibly can.
Dean tells me that getting the most money he can for people at auction is actually one of the reasons he wants to win the World Championships.
Sold 184 and 75. Oh, it would be the pinnacle of success to win the world. And if I can be crowned the world champ, it just means that maybe I can do things a little bit better to get those people a little bit more money for that 1 or 2 paychecks they get a year. And that'd be the all-important thing for me.
Nick Purdon, CBC News, Ponoka, Alberta.